What's up, guys? It's Ty here from TCM Sports, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys the top 5 teams you can use to rebuild and franchise next season for Madden 21. I guess that's something you should probably mention, right? So, Madden 21 is just around the corner, about just over a month away, and I'm a big franchise guy. I know franchise has been pretty much neglected for the past couple years now, and coming up honestly like on a decade where they're really they have really just not paid too much attention to it. We've had a movement, the hashtag fix the franchise movement and whatnot, and I don't know, I really enjoy franchise modes in all types of sports video games, and I still do them despite them not being as thought out or fully customizable and stuff like that. I still play that because I just enjoy it, and that's just something that I like to do. And I just think there's a lot of teams this year with a lot of potential headlines that you can make your franchise fun, kind of create your own story mode, and that's really the point of franchise. You create your own headlines, your own little story within the game, and that's what makes it a lot of fun. So for the rebuild, for rebuilding teams, these are teams that are mostly, more of the honorable mentions are teams that just drafted quarterbacks, i.e. the Bengals, the Chargers, Dolphins, so they'll be more honorable mentions. We'll mention that later on. But typically with a rebuild, it's a team that either has a really old quarterback or just has a really bad quarterback. Quarterback is kind of the main focus point of the rebuild. If you have a bad quarterback, you're not going to win a Super Bowl. So really with my rebuilds, that's kind of the main factor, how good the quarterback is. And then there's kind of the again, the storyline, the kind of the fun factor. I'm not saying these are the hardest teams to rebuild. They might be, but this is just my opinion, with quarterback, and there's kind of the fun factors. So let's hop into the list, and the team that we're focusing on first at number 5 are the New England Patriots. It's been up there. Obviously, they have Stephon Gilmore, Gilly Lock. That ain't a problem, right? Devin McCourty's still there, but they're getting up there in age. You see Edelman's 33, Jason McCourty's at 32 overall, and the line's quite young, but it's just some of them are getting up there. And obviously, over the the offseason, Cam Newton has been acquired by the New England Patriots, and Tom Brady obviously left for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who we will talk about later. And, Cam is 30, 79 overall for here. We don't know what he's going to be in Madden 21. I kind of just downloaded these rosters from the community. So, it depends. How good is Cam going to be, unless Brian Hoyer starts or, stud him. Brian Lewerke, I can't believe Brian Lewerke is... I can't believe he's in a video game. I can't believe that. God, I hate Brian Lewerke. But yeah, the big thing about the Patriots is Cam Newton, and the team's getting old. First year without Tom Brady in 20 years. So I think it'd make for a really interesting franchise, to rebuild, because Cam is as good as he's been. I mean, maybe back in his prime he could have won the Super Bowl, but in the game, how Madden works, how progression works, Cam is not going to get it done. So you'd have to find a quarterback in the draft and try to replace all the Gilmore's only 28, but 32, 33, they're getting on in age there. So I don't know, as much as I dislike the Patriots, I think it'd be kind of a fun franchise to do, just with all the headlines and storylines you create. So the Patriots coming at number 5 for the best teams to rebuild in Madden 21. All right, moving on to number 4, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. We go from a team that I really hate to a team that I really love, being from Pittsburgh. So the Steelers, right? Their defense, legit. Last year they went 8-8, honestly because of their defense, because their offense was not very good. Juju did have an underwhelming year, unfortunately, but I think he's going to bounce back here in his third season. Third or fourth. I'm trying to he's going to bounce back. That's in my opinion. But the big thing was Ben Roethlisberger went down in the week 2 against the Seattle Seahawks. Fun fact, me and my friends were at that game, and I saw him go down, and that was sad. So he had that Tommy John surgery. But, he showed him a video. He's back. Big Ben is back, and he's 37 years old. I swear. I remember when I'm a kid. I'm 5 years old, and they're talking about Ben Roethlisberger. That's how old he's, that's how long he's been here. That's how old Ben Roethlisberger is. But, he's 37, obviously. He's still a good overall, but he's getting up there in age. And, his overall is probably going to be lower next year in Madden since he didn't really play last year. But it's just, yeah, he's going to retire here fairly quickly. And, I don't think Mason Rudolph, Duck, as much as I love Duck, he's not going to win the Super Bowl. Neither is Paxton Lynch. So, the offense is the main, the worst part of the team. James Conner, a lot of good running backs, but all young too. But it's just, Juju, young receivers. The team is young. That's why it's going to be fun. But they don't have a quarterback. And not having a quarterback is an issue. They picked up Eric Ebron on a 2-year, $12 million deal in the offseason. That was a very generous deal. But here's where the team shines. Here's where it's going to be making your life a little bit easier. The defense, Stephon Tuitt, Cam Hayward, man. You know, you could draft yourself a defensive tackle. TJ Watt is a beast. You know, the middle linebacker, Devin Bush, as much as I do not like Devin Bush for Michigan, I do like him for the Steelers. So, you know, it's funny how things change. But, yeah, middle linebacker is, you know, somewhat of a weakness. Bud Dupree had a breakout year last year. And they obviously got some good corners as well. And, you know, Minka Fitzpatrick, obviously we knew what happened with him. He absolutely broke out last year as well. I remember watching, like, all those games. It's intense. And then there's Terrell Edmonds. Oh, God. Fun fact. No, not Terrell. Trey Edmonds, I think, is one of the running backs. He follows me on LinkedIn. Or we're linked with each other. I know, it's crazy, right? I know. Fun fact of the day. But, yeah, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers would be a fun team to rebuild. I think that might be something I do on the YouTube channel. So, you know, make sure you like and subscribe to see that when Madden 21 comes out, because we will be posting a lot of that. But, yeah, I think the Steelers, you know, once Big Ben moves on, you know, who's going to be the quarterback of the future? Are they going to tank for Trevor? You know, who knows? But I think the Steelers coming at number 4 for the best teams to rebuild in Madden 21. On our list are the Las Vegas Raiders, you know, formerly the Oakland Raiders. They moved to Las Vegas. You know, the new stadium is finally ready, and I believe it's going to be in Madden 21. I could be wrong, but I think it is. And that's why they're pretty high up here. You know, it's kind of like with franchise, newness is good. And whenever you have new, like a new stadium, new jerseys, it's just kind of makes it more. That's why the Jets would have been a good team last year. You know, Sam Darnold, the new jerseys, which were not the best, but you know what I mean. Just kind of the newness in franchise just spices it up from the monotony that it's been for this past decade now. So I think the Las Vegas Raiders, they're also not the best team in the world. You know, they got some young pieces. Obviously, Josh Jacobs, phenomenal rookie season. Darren Waller really broke out last year. Even Williams even had a couple, you know, had some good games. He was on my fantasy team, so, you know, had a couple good games, but, you know, it wasn't like a, you know, perennial starter. Here's the big thing. So Derek Carr. Derek Carr's only 28 years old. I mean, I say only, like, he could be younger, but, you know, 80 overall, not that bad. He might grow a little bit more, but Derek Carr, unless you make the defense or the pieces around him amazing, Derek Carr is not going to win you the Super Bowl. So you are going to have to find yourself a quarterback. Again, that's the main point about this entirely rebuilding. You've got to get yourself a franchise quarterback, like an i.e. a Patrick Mahomes, you know, so stuff like that. They also got Marcus Mariota, which is nice. He's like a 68 overall on this, but, you know, we don't know what his overall is going to be next year. And they have Nathan Peterman. I mean, what more is like University of Pittsburgh guy? He's like the meme of the NFL. What is more to want? Like, this is like the best, like, QB room you could want for, like, just kind of memes and, like, franchise right there. Again, Josh Jacobs, we already talked about him. The receivers, they got Nelson Aguilar, you know. And here's also what's going to be good. They drafted Henry Ruggs III, who is the top-rated rookie wide receiver in Madden 21 at a 76 overall. And he has blazing speed, 98 speed, and that is confirmed for Madden 21 as well. You know, you also got Hunter Renfrow, if you're like that. And Darren Waller. They have Jason Witten, if you care to have him for a year. In the defense, you know, Carl Nassib had a good year last year. They have Cleveland Farrell, who was the 4th overall draft pick in the 2019 draft, which, you know, kind of went under scrutiny. They got Mo Hurst. They got some solid pieces. They're real young. But again, the quarterback is the main part. You know, the corner, you're going to have to draft some quarterbacks too. You got Trayvon Mullen. They drafted Damon Arnett in this year's draft. It's kind of weird, like, you know, the actual rookies of this year and then next year's rookies are both saying rookie, so it's kind of like weird how that works. But you get the drift. These should be the rosters for next year. We have solid safeties, you know. Jonathan Abram, unfortunately, went down with a season-ending injury, but he's going to be a solid piece to this, you know, team. I think he's going to be someone who would be on your franchise when you win the entire thing. So, yeah, the Las Vegas Raiders, you know, I think the new stadium's going to be in there, but they will come in at number 3 for top teams to rebuild in Madden 21's franchise. The penultimate team here for best teams to rebuild in Madden 21 is a team that, you know, we're going to keep on the newness theme. The Washington... Exactly. Your guess is as good as mine. They announced today that they are changing their name from the Redskins to we don't know yet. I've seen a couple names. I've seen Red Wolves, which would actually be kind of a nice name, or like a pretty cool name. Red Woods would be kind of cool too. I don't know, but I still think they should keep the red because I don't think they should keep like the color scheme and all that. I think that would be weird if they like change colors. So something with red in it, I think would be good. But yeah, the Washington. They have Dwayne Haskins. You know, maybe I'm a little biased here. I'm an Ohio State fan, as well as a Pittsburgh fan. So, you know, you have a young quarterback. You already have a quarterback. That's what's different so far about the teams on this list. You already have yourself a young quarterback. You can watch Dwayne Haskins grow into something special, or you have the option to maybe let him go and try to find yourself a new quarterback. At 70 overall, well, again, will not win you a Super Bowl, but he will grow, get better. He's only had 1 year in the NFL, and you can either make the choice, again, to keep him or move on with someone else. There's also Alex Smith. I mean, if you haven't watched this documentary, I think it's 11. I forget what it's called, but it was. I feel so bad for Alex Smith because I actually like him. They got Darius Geis, who's battled with some injury problems, but if he can stay healthy, he's a solid running back. They got AP. Man, I can't believe. I thought Adrian Peterson, when I was a kid, I thought he was going to break all the rushing records, but off the field issues and injuries really derailed his career a little bit. But he had a little bit of a resurgence. Bryce Love is there too. Maybe he'll grow into something special for you. Terry McLaurin had himself a breakout rookie season last year, also from the Ohio State University. And he's got to be your first or at least second receiver on your Super Bowl winning team because he's a beast. They got a lot of young receivers too, so tight end is a problem spot. And then the defense, Ryan Kerrigan's still there, but look, he's getting on in age, and this is probably one of the biggest parts as well. They got Chase Young, second overall draft pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, and he is just going to be. He's going to be an animal. So he's someone you want to build around on that defense. Remember, you got Montez Sweat as well. They got great defensive tackles in Matthew Ioannidis, and I think I said that right, and Deron Payne. The linebacking core is a little weak. Reuben Foster, he's had off-the-field issues. Thomas Davis Sr., man, he's still playing. He's only 36, so linebacker is a tough ask for the Redskins. Got some solid pieces in the secondary there. Sean Davis, former Steeler. They got Landon Collins, but he's only 25. I thought he was older than that. So Landon Collins, somebody you can build around behind there too. But yeah, I'm gonna say the Washington X, whatever you think their name's gonna be. That's also again the big newness factor. It's gonna be new, and new is good for franchise. So yeah, the Washington comes in as the second best team. And let's go over some honorable mentions while we're at it. Again, I already mentioned how the teams who just drafted quarterbacks. I know, we kind of did that with the Redskins, but it's different. Okay, I just told you why it was different. But we got the Bengals, Joe Burrow, first overall pick. The Bengals, you build around him. Obviously, they have a lot of work to do around him, but so the Bengals are a good team to pick. The Colts are a good team to pick as well because Phillip Rivers is there. But after Phillip Rivers, you have Jacoby Brissett, who for here is only a 72 overall, I believe. Yeah, 72. I mean, you're not going to win a Super Bowl if he's that overall. There's also Jacob Eason, but he'll never really blossom into that either. But yeah, this is also the Colts, very good team to rebuild as well because the players are getting on. Quentin Nelson is going to be there your entire time. 23, probably one of the best, if not the best, guards in the game of football. You still got Darius Leonard, who is an absolute goon. Marlon Mack had himself a little breakout year last year as well. He's only 23 years of age. Malik Hooker, only 23 years of age as well. So a lot of good pieces on this Colts team, but the quarterback is the main issue. Colts and then the Chargers, for the same reason as the Bengals. Justin Herbert, the 6th overall pick. You got him, and I think their new stadium's in as well. I don't know if their stadium's ready to, but I know there's a stadium on the way. But you got a great defense. You got Joey Bosa. You got great cornerbacks in Casey Hayward Jr. and Chris Harris Jr. Derwin James. Their secondary is good. So this team is young and good. They got Desmond King as well. They got so many good pieces. The offense is a little lackluster. Again, Justin Herbert, only a 70 overall here, but who knows? I think his overall is 73 in the actual game. So the Chargers would be a good team to pick as well. Again, Dolphins, same theme. Obviously, you know what happened. Tua. I also put the Dolphins in honorable mentions because Dolphins was probably the best team to rebuild in Madden 20, so I wanted to kind of switch it up and give you kind of new teams. So obviously the Dolphins are going to be a very good option to try to rebuild. They got a lot of young pieces, but the young pieces aren't good. You can watch them grow. Obviously with Tua, not Ryan Fitzmagic, but Tua at the helm. There's also Josh Rosen, but he sucks. And we mentioned earlier, if you want the storylines, I think the Buccaneers is going to have to be a team you got to, I don't know, this person at 99, Gronk is not going to be a 99 overall when he comes back into the game. But obviously, the quarterback is now Tom Brady. We obviously know that. But he's 42 years old. Odds are how the Madden 21 engine is going to work. I know how Madden worked. He's going to retire after 1 year. So, I mean, you have one shot to win it right away, and then Blaine Gabbert's your quarterback. So you either gotta put all your eggs in one basket, which I think you should, or try to tank, let him retire. I don't think you can waste Brady's last year, though. I think you try to win, suffer for a couple years, and then, you know, I think actually, yeah, I think this might be the toughest team after you win the first year probably, but after that, it's going to be kind of tough. They got Chris Godwin, who again had a breakout year. Vita Vea is really showing his potential. Shaquille Barrett had 19 sacks last year. He went off last year. He is so good. O.J. Howard's having a mixed career so far. Devin White is a beast. Ronald Jones is, he's all right. And they drafted Tristan Wirfs in the first round to protect Brady. But yeah, I think the Buccaneers would be a good team to pick in Madden 21. But they're not the best team you could rebuild if you like rebuilding. The number one team is going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, it's only been 3 years. 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, the Jacksonville Jaguars were 1 quarter away from making it to the Super Bowl, almost defeating the New England Patriots in Foxborough. They ended up blowing that game, obviously, as we know now, and Brady ended up, winning that Super Bowl, coming back against the Atlanta Falcons, which is the greatest Super Bowl comeback of all time. But yeah, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Obviously, we know their quarterback, Gardner Minshew. I love Gardner Minshew, but you're not going to win a Super Bowl with Gardner Minshew. It's already 23, which is not old, but like for a 69 overall, 23, it's like, he's just not. I don't like it. So yeah, you got to get a quarterback. Like the Jaguars, I mean, in real life, are projected to be the number 1 pick next year. Like the Trevor Lawrence will probably be the Jacksonville Jaguar. Like your goal in this franchise is going to be to download a draft class and get Trevor Lawrence. I mean, you can get Justin Fields if you want, but you got to get Trevor Lawrence. So that's just the main goal of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yannick Ngakoue, he wants to leave in real life, so I don't even know if he's going to be on the team by the time Madden 21 comes out. But he's a good young piece if you stay. Leonard Fournette is just, I don't know what's happened to him lately, but he's also someone who's wanted to leave, but not many teams want him. So, he's still a solid player. They got a lot of good young pieces. DJ Chark, Jr., Miles Jack, D.D. Westbrook. They drafted C.J. Henderson with the 9th overall pick, I believe, in this year's draft. They also got Clavon Chason from LSU with the 20th overall pick, I believe. But yeah, they got some nice young pieces, but they also got some old pieces. And obviously they don't have a quarterback. So I think Jacksonville is probably going to be the hardest team you're going to rebuild. Like, your second best pick player is Josh Lambo, who's a kicker. That's going to be tough. So yeah, I'm going to say Jacksonville is going to be the best team to rebuild, or at least give yourself a challenge in Madden 21 franchise mode. And that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Down in the comments, follow me on Twitch. I'm streaming tomorrow, Thursday, and Sundays. So make sure you go follow me on Twitch. Follow me on all my social medias down there. And I think the days I stream, I'm not going to upload a video, but I think the days I don't stream, I'm going to upload a video. So I think you'll get 4 uploads a week, YouTube uploads a week, and you'll get 3 streams. So every day you're getting some content from me. That could change. It'd be changed for either probably more. Like I might upload something tomorrow. I have a couple ideas in my head. But the content I've been putting out lately, I'm going to try to upload a lot more here and really get this ball rolling. So again, if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe. Down below, click the bell so you're notified whenever I upload. I hope you have a great rest of your day. This is Ty signing off, saying I'll see you in the next one. Later.